How's everyone doing, world? Hey, Greg. Hey, Kate. Hey, Jasmine. And again, if I don't shout you out in any of these lives, it's just because I can't always see you. So if I didn't shout you out, don't take it as me not acknowledging you. It just means that I can't see you. But again, I always appreciate you taking your time out of your busy day, your busy schedule, to take the time to watch me. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. And I want to first start this by giving a great shout out to Tracy Hemingway. She's actually my hypnotherapist. She's awesome. If you ever have issues, just the blockages in your mind, and you need to kind of start chipping away at those, she's amazing. I've been to her multiple times, and she's helped me out tremendously in my mental health. So check out Tracy Hemingway. She's in my friends group. I actually tagged her on here as well. So Tracy's amazing. If you ever need some help with those mental blocks, I mean, she is phenomenal. And she's helped me with this subject that we're going to talk about today, which is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, which I didn't even know the name. I didn't even know it existed until I started talking to some people about it. And it's actually something that's very huge in the community, especially of entrepreneurship and people in business. And we have this feeling of inadequacy, of am I really that good, or am I really that favored? You know, it was listening to Les the other day, and I love to listen to Les's recordings. He said it was hard, you know, telling people you could live your dream when he was suffering on his own dream, when he telling people you can have whatever you want when he couldn't make his relationship work. And I remember, I get that feeling lots of times if me and Jazz argue. And, you know, we're not perfect. We're human beings. We get into arguments. We get into scuffles. And sometimes I'm like, man, how am I supposed to push people to live their best life when sometimes I'm not living my best of my own? And how do you tell people you could be abundant, you could be prosperous when you don't always see it in your own bank account? It's hard, and it weighs on you, and it makes you feel like, am I an imposter? Am I really this person? Even though you could see the vision, you could see yourself. I mean, I've been on stages, I've wrote books, I've changed my life tremendously, but there's still that gnawing feeling like, am I really that good? And it happens to everybody. And Jazz was reading an article, and she told me there was a woman that she makes point something $million a year in her business. And she felt like an imposter, where she didn't even want to get out of bed in the morning because she felt like, am I faking it? And I was listening to a TED Talk about a guy who was Australian, where he started his company when he was 18 years old with a friend. I think it was a bike company. And they ended up making, you know, multi-million dollars. And he would go into these meetings with all these stiffs in their suits and ties and talking to them. And he used to feel like, man, you know, do I even belong here? And you get this feeling like, am I going to be exposed? Is somebody going to come and say, hey, you know, you're not really that guy. You're faking it. Even though you know you're not faking it, you're very sincere, but you get that feeling. So the question is, how do we go past it? How do we get past that imposter syndrome, feeling we're not good enough, even though we know we put in work, we put in time, we put in energy, but still having that gnawing feeling like, am I really this person? Am I really that good? Am I telling people you could do great things when, hey, I have to stop real quick because I love honesty, because that's the first step, is admitting it, right? And Melissa, I thank you. Melissa Vogel, I thank you for your honesty and being transparent and being open and honest, because I know it's hard. It's hard for me to do this video, but I know somebody else needs it as well as I do. That's why I share these things. So thank you for being that vulnerable. And so that leads me to number one. How do we get past it? It's to admit it. To admit, hey, sometimes I don't feel as abundant. Sometimes I don't feel as motivated. Sometimes I don't feel as inspired. Sometimes I don't feel that I'm always living my best life. And that's okay. And number two is to let you know it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. I used to beat myself up like, man, I can't believe I feel this way. I'm supposed to be a motivator, and I'm supposed to be motivated. I'm supposed to be inspiring. I'm supposed to do work, and I'm supposed to make things happen. And I don't see all the results. And sometimes you put an adventure on and you don't get the results that you want. And it's okay. It's part of the process. I was listening to a speaker. It says Tyler Perry, 7 years in a row, put on his show 7 years in a row. And only a handful of people showed up until the 7th year when he packed the house. But the biggest thing is he didn't give up. It took him 7 years. Grant Cardone said when he was in his late 20s, he was struggling. And he was like sitting in a restaurant like, God, I don't know what I'm doing. You got to tell me something. I don't know what's happening. But look at him now. Even now he still says he gets some insecurities. He said when he did his growth con, he said the biggest thing was not to lose money. That was not his biggest fear. His biggest fear was nobody showed up and he embarrassed himself. Multi-millionaire. I don't want to feel embarrassed. We're humans. It's okay. It's part of the process. The biggest thing is, number 3, is just to keep moving. And what helps me, and Tracy helped me do this as well, is visualize your future self. Visualize your future self. Get the emotions of your future self. See the house you want to live in. See the car you want to drive. See the packed stadium. See you on stage speaking, like if you're a speaker. If you're an artist, see yourself in your own gallery and tons of people are there. See yourself in the lifestyle you want to live. If you're single, see yourself in the relationship you want to be in. And see it. Really see it vividly. 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 And see it. And then when you see it, get the emotional feeling. And do this for 30 days straight. Do this for 30 days straight. And what's going to happen is after a while, instead of you pushing towards that dream, you're getting pulled towards it. I'm going to repeat that because that was so important. Instead of you pushing towards your dreams, you're going to be pulled towards it. Because as you can get to that emotional feeling, because that person that you see in your mind with that nice car, that nice house, the nice relationship, the nice kids, and living that great, abundant life exists. Whoa. What do you mean? It's just in my mind. No. When your mind is creative, when you could see it in your mind and you can get the emotional feeling with it, eventually you've created this being. And this being exists. I remember I had a visualization and I kept seeing it. I kept doing it for 30 days. And like towards the 30th day, I saw that same vision, but something else changed. He said, Rich, keep walking towards me. Keep walking towards me. Whatever you do, whenever you're feeling stuck, whenever you're feeling not adequate, when you're feeling not good enough, when you're feeling you're not there, visualize me again. Get the feeling of me. And remember me. That's how I exist, is through you. That's the universe chiming in. He's a gem drop. He said, I exist. Keep walking towards me. Keep feeling me. I exist through you. If you don't stop, I manifest. And I've already manifested. You're just getting there. So keep walking towards me. Keep walking towards me every day. Just see the vision and say, I'm coming towards you. I'm coming towards you. And eventually, that vision and you become one. And you become one. And when you become one, that's when you'll look back and say, man, I was never an imposter. I've always been this person. It just took a while for it to come out of me. You are a seed. It just takes a while for the oak tree to come out of you. I truly hope this served you well. Terrence, I appreciate it. Leroy, my man. Sorry, I'm trying to look at everybody's thing. I can't always. Kelly, I appreciate it. Gregory, Melissa, again, I appreciate you being so honest and open. And if this served you well, please like this. Please share this with somebody that needs it. Because sometimes we can't admit it. It took me a while to admit it. I told Tracy, like, she had to pull it out of me. And then finally I was like, Tracy, sometimes I feel like an imposter. And I had to admit it. And finally when I admitted it, She gave me the keys. So those 4 keys is one, you have to just be honest. Admit it to yourself. It's okay. Second, know it's okay. Know it's okay. And third, visualize for 30 days straight. Visualize the person you will become. And I'm telling you, with emotion, just see it and have the emotion of that person existing. And I'm telling you, you'll be pulled towards it. The right ideas, the right concepts, the right things will be pulling you towards that person because that person exists already. I truly hope this serves you well. Please like, please share, please comment, please put this, and if this serves you, repeat this. Watch this when that feeling comes again. Again, these things come to me to share, never to hoard. And either you could, of course, this is Rich Fontaine with Power of Self Entertainment. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me. But either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. And lastly, I have one favor to ask you. I give this all for free. Just like my Instagram page. Like my Instagram page where I'm giving away a free book of Right to Grow Rich. Right to Grow Rich. How to become a successful author. Right to Grow Rich. I'm telling you, check out my Instagram. And number 2, if you're not part of my book club, check out my book club where I share with all the great books and all the great knowledge that's been bestowed on me, and I share with everyone else through my book reviews. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. My heart goes out to anyone that's having tough times because I know how it feels. Trust me. We're all human. We all go through it. But we could get past it together. Love is love. I love all of you. Namaste.